I got the Katy Perry in my backpack.
I got it.
I'm talking 89 with a crack sack.
Ooh.
I was just born in, I didn't have that.
Nope.
But in 99, I bet I had a crack sack.
I had it.
I was barely 10, I was trying to get it in.
Get it.
Big Cuddy ran fresh out the pen.
Big red.
Wait before text message I'll send.
I'll send.
Shots at niggas, no pretend.
No acting.
6th grade had a 2-way pager.
I had
8th
it.
grade got a cell phone, getting paper.
Getting paper.
Every day in the hallway got paper.
Cha-ching.
I never gave a fuck about no hater.
Middle fingers.
I'm New Jake City with my whip
With
game.
my whip game.
Birdman Williams with my whip game. Getting cash money, but that ain't my click, man.
Nope.
Nowadays a few homies on that shit, man.
They own it.
Some of them be dip, few of them like to sniff. On that Taylor Swift, on some crack baby shit.
Woo.
I was born in the 80s, crack baby shit.
Woo.
Dad smoked crack, you a crack baby then. Way before the Super Bowl, I was getting it in.
Work.
And way before Twan died, I didn't have friends.
No.
That I trusted, the rush is what I'm trusting.
Rush.
I do it for my camp, daily putting work in.
Putting work.
Had a job part-time, wasn't working.
Nah.
Walked out after a week and got my work in.
Yeah.
I'm everywhere in these streets cause I'm working.
Work.
My little homies on the block putting work in. Everybody acting tougher to that heat pop. And acting like Tupac till you get shot. Niggas aiming at your top till your body drop. Running up and catch a nigga when he diddy pop. And my city's hot, well at least it's warming up. 10 niggas on the block, all swarming clubs. These niggas paying man and they be shooting ducks. And like I never had a car, all I do is bust. Whole clips at niggas that be talking shit. You ain't hard to find, you be on some walking shit. I catch you when you walking and they'll load the clip. 7 days, 7 nights.
That's what I'm trying to make sure my family trying to make it out these streets. That's what I'm trying to do, hustle every day, get a week. That's what I'm trying. I hope I wake up when I go to sleep. That's what I'm trying to make sure my family eat. That's what I'm trying to do, trying to make it out these streets. Day of the week. That's what I'm trying. I hope I wake up when I go to sleep. That's what I'm trying
Shine
to do.
like a star in the sky, and it's lighting up weed. Smoking when I drive, side chick calling, but I don't pick up.
Answer that.
Hit me with a text, but I don't text. Nobody do it better. Daily getting cheddar. Just a few words, fuck a 4-page letter. Always trying to shine bright. Don't need lights. Got so high now I'm higher than a kite. I don't even got time for a watch. Watch for them days in the county I was watching the clock. Tried to come up with a plot to get rich. Shining like diamonds, new diamonds in my wrist. All in my grill. What a hater feel. What you feel? Right like Rihanna trying to get a meal. I'm coming through them Franklins, Jacksons. If I start going broke, I start jacking. Show me where the stash is.
Make sure my family. That's what I'm trying to do. Trying to make it out these streets. That's what I'm trying to do. Hustle every day, get a week. That's what I'm trying. I hope I wake up when I go to sleep. That's what I'm trying to make sure my family eat. That's what I'm trying to do. Trying to make it out these streets. That's what I'm trying to do. Hustle every day of the week. That's what I'm trying. I hope I wake up when I go to sleep.
I just wanna ball, no basketball court. All I wanna do is smoke weed in my shorts. Sip lemonade in the shade on the beach. I just wanna shine, live life luxury. With my granny at the hood. Even mom dukes. No new friends, so I don't know you. Hustle every day, gotta see a profit. No matter what you do to get money, can't knock it. Tryna make ends meet 7 days a week. Barely get sleep when you rounding up the G's. Can't fall like Lee's in Autumn. It's in, better than me, got a problem. Tryna get fight like my mama told me. Can't retire in the streets, don't owe me. Will I sell drugs forever?
Yo.
What we doing? Smash that like button. Support the channel. Salute. That APBT Magazine Volume 5 is out. Get up on Amazon.com, go grab it. You know how we do. We don't lollygag. We get it in. Do it big or don't do it at all. This is Widow's Peak, daughter of Little Haystack. That's Ox's half sister. That is the half sister to Ox. She got the grand champion Ruben on the bottom. Well put together dog, very good attitude. A couple of her litter mates doing really good. My guys, every now and then we run into space issues, and we got to make hard decisions, man. We've been breeding Ox. He's been getting his tick. He's got pups on the ground now, and we might end up parting ways with this one right here for the right ticket, of course, the right situation. That's most important, that she gets in the right spot and that she's able to continue to flourish like she's been doing. She's about 2.5, not no puppy. I know everybody, is breeding puppies and doing all this fraudulent activity. I get it. I get it, man. That's what you got to do to stay afloat. Do what you do. You know how to reach me, though. You want to get in the building. This is a daughter of Little Haystack. Little Haystack is a direct son of Haystack back to a daughter of Haystack. So real tight on that on the top. I don't have no doubt that this probably be a good ass dog, realistically speaking. And if you're running the Mayday line or Buck line or different lines of dogs, Bolio, Jeep, I don't have a doubt that this will probably fit in just well. You're all about making good dogs and assessing what you got and making adjustments. This wouldn't be a bad idea to give her a shot. You dig? Let me see who's in the building. Dickie Foster, what up, man? Havoc, what up? 1978 Lloyd, Lamont Grant. Let me see. Showtime Kennels. What up? Salute everybody, man. Smash that like button. That like button is free. That like button is free. APBT Magazine is out. Volume 5. We had to put it together. We had to really do our due diligence and put it together. Appreciate everybody that we can depend on for content. We're getting ready to step it up a notch, though. That's definitely something that's been on the plate, something we've been thinking about really hard. Stepping it up a notch, just with the branching out and different things like that. We kind of keep it independent, how we do, but you got to know the full landscape. There's a lot of things that other people offer and different things, and I'm definitely looking forward to tapping into some of those resources and stuff. Try to just merge everything and put everything in the right in the right lane. You dig? You can go on Amazon, pick them up. 1 through 5 is on there. I made sure that we've been putting in a lot of work, dropping shit, redropping. Just all the hard work that been put in, just to get to volume 5 even. This is an easy thing. You could just be one and done, It's a real easy transition. Know exactly how that works. Take your foot off the gas and, pretty soon you're still at volume 1. And APBT Magazine is on volume 5. We're getting ready to drop volume 6. We were 2 weeks late for this project, so I'm a probably pull something out of the vault just for that. For the real collectors, the real guys that really want to collect everything and getting it in like that. I might pull something else out the vault. I got a couple other reads and different things that I just been holding. Just been holding on to it. Salute everybody in the building. Smash the likes. Smash the likes. Smash that like. Get them in the algorithm. Yeah, we put a lot in there. Uh-oh. Oh, shit. Uh-oh. King Nipsey pup's about to hit the ground. Damn, boy. Shit. Hey, it's like clockwork, man. It's like clockwork. Make sure y'all tap in, man. A lot of good things going on. We're going to have a lot of time to analyze what's going on. Make sure you tap in. Yeah. We put some good reads up in the magazine. A lot of health tips, a lot of analytics. It's always going to be a good one, always going to sharpen you up. No matter which one you get, you go get volume 2. If you want to jump all the way to volume 4, you want to jump all the way to volume 5, just type in APBT Magazine. This is the American Pit Bull Terrier Magazine, the official. We made sure we were ready to put in the work. So that it could be in stone. It's stamped. We're locked in, make the commitment, and just be on the lookout for more. It's gonna be plenty more. If you do got it, hey, throw a shout out, man. Throw them joints in the algorithms, Facebook, Instagram. Let people know that you got it. You support what we got going on. This is the movement. You hear, A lot of people haven't seen it. It's amazing how big this world is, how small it is at the same time. But everybody haven't seen it. So make sure you take your pictures and your B-roll, your videos, shorts. That's what it's going to take right there. Mad Monday. June 1st. Got a few questions on here. We're going to be tapping in. I always like getting some good questions and some feedback, and because every day you're going to have a different answer for something, right? We keep going over this, we analyze it, see where things are going. And I think I'm more uncertain than I've ever been about the state of these dogs and the community as a whole and the type of people that this community brings, right? 1 out of 3, it's like 1 out of 3 guys that are just terrible, right? Then another line of guys that you just wouldn't deal with on a regular basis. They're just not on the type of caliber. The type of man that you are speaks volumes. Yeah, sure. You could be a totally good guy and end up with fucked up dogs. End up with, because you just don't get it. But when you get those two, the quality of man and the bloodline and the good specimens, that's when magic happens. Is the breed better today than it was 20 years ago? 20 years ago, I think that was right before that Michael Vick. I think that went down in like '07, if I'm not mistaken. And I don't know if I want to say, but you definitely didn't have the grifters, not as many grifters. Because 20 years ago, the lower tier 1,000, 2,000, 5,000 guys, you didn't get in this game for money 20 years ago. You had to get in this game because you love these dogs. You're really gonna, do right by the dogs. And if you wanted to be competitive, you had to have your dogs up to a certain standard. So therefore, you're gonna breed your dogs, but you're gonna cull your dogs too. And you're just not gonna see guys just popping up just saying, hey, I'm gonna just make a shitload of money, or I'm gonna go buy these dogs and sell them to this audience or do whatever. It wasn't like that. Nowadays you do. And we can't pinpoint who these people are, because you never know. You'll think somebody really doesn't have the dog's best interest at heart. but they might, you know. And then there's a guy that you think is doing everything, checking all the boxes, doing everything the right way, and they're just lowest of the low, you know. So that's gonna be the difference. The social media, the instant gratification, the echo chambers. Some dudes will say meat pulling contests, and you know, all this weird activity. We're able to see it up in the forefront. You know, if you were one of the lucky ones to keep your dogs from then to the social media era and still have dogs today, it could have been very beneficial. But there's been a lot of guys that just hung up their cleats and didn't make it to the time to actually see, you know, the way things are functioning now. Like, this is way different. And sure, they had gazettes and stuff like that. They had those dogs, you know, in the gazettes and different things. So people putting ads and whatnot, trading and bartering different things. Pedigree online was always a big thing. Transporters was always a big thing. 20 years ago, you could probably get a transporter. If you're getting enough dogs, you know, you can get that thing pretty damn cheap. You know, 20 years ago, if we're talking about to the date, June of '06, I don't think it was so many yards just being flipped up for no reason. Like, you know, a lot of the chain laws and different things. I think they had put a law down in North Carolina around that time with the chain laws. If I'm not mistaken, that was one of the first in the country. And it might have came a little after that, you know, maybe a few years or 2 or 3 years after that, if I'm not mistaken, you know. It's a lot more risky now. It's a lot more, you know, we're seeing guys getting football years for dogs. When I seen Michael Vick's sentence, I think he got sentenced to 3 years or something like that, or, you know, I can't remember. I thought that was kind of harsh. I'm not gonna lie. Some people might look at me and say, you know, I don't have a heart. I don't have empathy. Everything that you could want to say, me personally, I just don't think that dogs are a top priority to where you could just start locking people up for however much time you want to give them. You know, that's just, it doesn't make too much sense to me. You know, so we talking about the breed as a whole. We're not talking about the dogs. Because of the grifting, a lot of times back then, even 20 years ago, we could talk about when Vic came around, you know, a lot of the hardcore activity kind of went, you know, even more underground. You know, cats wasn't really fucking around. A lot of people were getting out. If you say even then, and then now, you know, back then, grift for what? and there was times where dudes were in these deep competitions and, going in, but it's like, why fake a pedigree back then? Because you wasn't going to sell anything anyway, right? Only 1 out of 100 guys back then were going to be able to sell dogs. But now, 55 out of 100 guys can sell dogs. Just crank up the social media and get to slanging. Get to slanging bean pies. You feel me? So that's the difference right now, I think, in the we're able to see a lot of programs, we're able to see a lot of stuff. There's really no think about it. Just how Instagram destroys relationships, per se. Um, we don't know. We don't know. There was a vast amount of I wouldn't say social media, but internet access and a lot of things. But a lot of those were some of the old players, and it wasn't. There were greenhorns and different new guys popping up from here and there, but it's not gonna be thousands of new guys popping up tomorrow. And then by the end of the year, like a guy's gonna get in this game right here today and buy a dog in June. And by February, he's gonna have pups for sale, and somebody's actually gonna buy that shit. That's what's going on today. Back then, if he didn't put in any kind of work, he would almost never be able to really get his dogs to a level where they could even be accidentally purchased. Right? So you're going to have to pay attention to programs, to dogs, to different breedings, because it's about to be a real change of power when it comes to, because you can't beat the algorithm, bro. And some of these dudes are just deeply embedded in the algorithm to where if you're a new guy, you don't really know what's up. And a lot of dudes are new and they don't know what's up. They don't. They don't know that this guy just got that dog last week and he's already breeding it. Right? They don't know that this dude only got those dogs because he heard Buck City talking about them. But he doesn't know if they're good or not, but he's just acting like, man, pay attention, man, because you could be a victim of some of this low-level swindle. This swindling, man. Pitwise, he said he just ordered mine. Hey, man, appreciate you, my brother. Appreciate you, my brother. APBT Magazine. It's it's for you. For you to have. And just get up there on Amazon. Go grab it. You know. Appreciate you, Pitwise. Live your life, dogs. What up, man? Small time. What up? Hazel White Devil. What up, man? Salute. So, is the breed better today than it was 20 years ago? The breed, we're talking about the actual breed. Now, they had dog shows back in the day too. There was dog shows 20 years ago. A lot of dog shows 20 years ago. Weight pulling, everything that you could think of that they doing today, they had it back then. Now I'm not sure if they was really getting it in with that wall climb thing, because I know that's new in a lot of different areas. Some areas still don't have it. Um, that you got to get together and see about getting something built and storage. And I was hearing a lot of different reasons why some areas don't have it, but they were doing it back then. Weight pulling, confirmation, all of that, right? So I can't solely say, oh, it's better because of the exposure and the positivity, and because there's a lot of negative that comes with that positive too, right? And sometimes it's not enough positive that we're putting out. It just ain't enough. It ain't gonna save nobody's ass. No, it's not. Okay. So I don't really know. I'll just say no, because the fact that the scam rate is higher. Scam rate is very high. It's a very deceptive time that we're living in. It's some very shifty pedigrees that's fake as fuck out here, because people have seen the ability to profit. Right? And I love profit, bro. My middle name should have been Profit, because it's all about a profit some kind of way. Shit, that's how you keep dogging, and your yard stays strong and your yard stays relevant. I believe it, but not before you put in the work. Not before you, can at least show yourself that, you can be a priority with these dogs, not just trying to sell pups just to overpopulate this thing. I've been seeing it. A lot of trash ass breedings, a lot of stuff. And a lot of you guys is eating that garbage up. You want one, and you don't even know what it is. He don't even know what it is. That's the diabolical part about it. Like, he doesn't even know what it is. Okay? So I say no. I don't think the breed is better today than it was 20 years ago. Um, you know, 20 years ago, you wouldn't get in trouble for half of the shit that you get in trouble for today. And yeah, there's guys doing positive things with the breed, but shit, man, you do it's one positive thing. There's 50 other negative things every day. It's a losing battle, and I know because I've been in this battle. Right? I wanted the breed to get looked at differently so that they wouldn't be able to pull the okey doke on you. Right? That's what my mission was. That's basically, what I wanted. And I didn't succeed. That was unsuccessful attempt. Nothing gonna change. It's gonna be always dudes jumping on the internet talking about weights and showing scarred up ass dogs, right? Them dogs don't look good. Them dogs don't look good at all, bro. Half dead puppies and shit. It's just the business just ain't working out for you, bro. It ain't working out for you. So that's why we got this APBT magazine to kind of dial you back in, man. Dial you in so you could dial in. What's the biggest mistake new breeders make? What's the biggest mistake new breeders make? Biggest mistake? Just trying to be a breeder before you really figure out some kind of method or some type of, you know what I'm saying? Just you're too anxious to get that establishment date before you get some knowledge. Right? Like an establishment date, it's not supposed to be when you first got a dog. Right? It's supposed to stamp a date that you were established. Right? In every word of establishment. You're not established if you're just willy-nilly all over the place. Right? You're not established if you're doing that. Right? You're not established if you can't even keep puppies alive. Right? You don't even know if your dog got rickets or not. That's not established. You're breeding dogs with weak pasterns over and over and over. That's not established. You're doing this. Right? You just want to grift. When people are calling you, because people, when they come in to check out your dogs, they're gonna call you. They're gonna say, "Hey man, you got a phone number, man? I just want to see who it is on the other, whoever I'm talking to." And you lying to them. You telling them that you're this and yeah, these dogs and yeah, and you don't even fucking know. That's the biggest grift. That's the biggest griffalodian. Selling something to somebody, telling them that this is this, and this, but you don't even know what the fuck it is because you've never seen anything off of this of age. The age when the analysis begins. You haven't seen that, right? you know it's a grift. You know? And I like old timers and their blood and shit. You know? I like the old timers with their blood. You know, they come back out, they can tell us some stories and shit, and then we get to look at the dogs and shit, and, you know, just, oh yeah, you got one off a spike. Yeah. That shit's a grift too, man. There's a reason why that bloodline is dormant. There's a reason why those dogs aren't shit today. There's a reason why. And those stories, that's not gonna be the thing that just turns you up, bro. There's a reason why these old motherfuckers gotta get back in the game, because they stopped because the dogs wasn't shit. After a while, you're like, man, fuck this shit. You know, these dogs, I done had too many generations of bad luck. Too many generations of this shit of bad luck. And then you think you're gonna come out here and learn about hybrid vigor 2 years ago and fucking make some hybrid vigor and shit, bro? Come on, man. That's diabolical, man. That's diabolical. I'm here to tell you this. Right? See, that I'm the guy that they don't want to say anything. Right? I'm not, because I don't pay attention. I don't pay attention. You could just throw a ball over my head and you guys could keep playing catch over my head and I don't even see the ball going over my head. I'm that fucking stupid. Right? You know? Cosmo Cow TV, what up? Jermaine Jackson, what up, man? Hey, man, I'm just up here chopping it up. I'm just chopping it up, man. The biggest mistake, though, that new breeders make is jumping in this shit thinking it's about some money, bro. Already relying on some dummy to buy your shit. You're lying and saying it's tried and true. You lying your fucking ass off. Telling motherfuckers that this shit is good, man. Yeah, these dogs are solid, man. It's bulldog. It's bulldog. Come on, dog. And you motherfuckers, now you want to say, oh, yeah, that's right. No. You the one that bought the shit. You in the same fucking boat. Griffalodian on steroids. Ain't learned shit. Ain't learned a motherfucking thing. You know. Then you got the other guys. You guys don't pay attention, man. They only got dogs that they bought from somebody else. Shit, you might as well. Your odds would be, even though it's just one dog, your odds are to go get the dog from where they got their dog from. Here's why. Because at least that kennel can produce one good dog. Let me say it again for the dudes in the back. At least that kennel can produce at least one good dog. Other kennel ain't producing shit. Whole bunch of breedings. 100 breedings. 100 pups. sense of entitlement, forcing us, force feeding us. We see you. You know. At least that kennel can produce at least one good dog. Some dudes can't. Like, if you're a breeder, you should be able to. All right, so this is what it is. If I got some pink runts and some motherfucking blue lobster, right? Okay, the pink runts is good, the blue lobster's good, but don't we have to see what that cross is? Don't we have to smoke that weed to know if it's good? This is for the idiots in the back. Don't come crying to me. There's far too many dudes crying to me, talking about, you done had this dog for 7 months. He don't act like this. He don't act like that. Don't cry to me. Answer my question. Let's go back. I got some blue lobster and some pink runts. Both of these strains are decent in their own right. I want to cross them together and call it lobster runts or something. Pink lobster runts. You feel me? Pink and blue lobster runts. Purple lobster. You know, Barney. Right? Don't I actually have to see if that strain worked before I could sell it to somebody? You dudes ain't paying attention. That's why you don't have the yard that you desire. That's why. That's why ain't none of them dogs special. That's why you can't pick out one dog that you bred that's just the king. The king is somebody else's shit, bro. And you mixing that shit together, hoping to get something good, but you're selling them at the same time. So 9 times out of 10, you're not even gonna have the cream of the crop of that shit anyway, because you're selling it. I'm not gonna give you all the game. I'm not gonna give you all the game, man. I'm not. I'm just not. What will the American Pit Bull Terrier look like in 10 years? 10 years. Because there's not too many dinosaurs left, bro. And there's some just guys out here with dogs, they're just invisible, bro. They invisible. For those guys, if you're hearing this, hey, man, stay at it, man. Stay at it. You got the real shit. You got those real traits, those transfer traits, good shit. If enough of those guys exist in 10 years, these dogs will look amazing. But if we're just going to give it to this social media batch of COVID breeders, then the game is in trouble, bruh. It's in trouble because there's only so much lies you could do. There's only so much lies that you can do. know. You know. So stay at it, man. And people still gonna be chasing your heels. That's how you know that you're in the lead. You feel me? He said the pink lobster. uh, he said great dog woman got 2. Who got the 3rd with Michael Myers? See, and that's what I'm saying. How you know you got good shit? The Michael Myers will be 17 years old this year. You know, that dog will be 17 years old. So the fact that we still talking about this motherfucker, in 10 years, we still gonna be talking about Michael Myers. And you know what's a fact? That most of these dudes that be hating, we ain't gonna be talking about their dog. We're not. We're not gonna be talking about their dog at all. Their dog. He's sitting on the chain right now, and he's alive to be able to make the biggest impact, if anything, but the owner that he got, it just ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen. Yeah, man. So I think the American Pit Bull Terrier is gonna look amazing. You guys gotta lock in with the guys that really have the dogs, really, wanna better the breed, wanna push forward, actually thinking outside the box, putting their money where their mouth is. It's different guys like that. You meet them every now and then. You get a bunch of tire kickers and shit, 100 tire kickers, and then you get 2 motherfuckers that's all about that. Those are the ones you hook on to. Right? That's the community. All this riffraff and bogus shit going on, that's not the community. Respectfully. It's just not. You know. So, let me see. Oh yeah, don't forget them ox pups. Don't forget them ox pups right there. Come snatch up a pair. I got a good idea. I got a good feeling that somebody's gonna walk up out of there with a pair for a really nice ticket. If they're one of the ones that's not bullshitting. Right? You see all that haystack at the top. Good dog, man. Good sources of Eli. All of the above. Let me see.
Beats by the bird.
Yep. Yep. Hey man, get that magazine. Show that support. Show that support. Appreciate everybody. Tell a friend. Let them know. Let them know, man. And be a part of it. Don't just sit there and look at it. Be a part of history being written every single day, right? It's history, right? This shit gonna be 50 years old, documented, on some positive shit though, right? This is the one that the police want to find in your house. This is what you want to have in the house, because there's plenty of stories contradicting all of the bullshit and all of the stereotypes, right? Just because we like these dogs, just because we, that doesn't make us a dog fighter. That doesn't make us a guaranteed dog fighter. Don't work like that. I get a chance to commit my crimes that I want to commit. I should be able to do that. Let me see. Hey, man, tap in. But we're going to hit him, man. We're going to hit him. Get this one a spin. And we're going to be back on that Wake and Bake, talking that APBT Magazine, more. And more. You know it. Tap in. This ain't just a magazine. It's a movement. The American Pit Bull Terrier. Real dogs, real yards, real history. From legendary bloodlines to modern breeders, keeping the flame lit. Yard spotlights, breeding knowledge, controversy, culture. This is for the ones who walk it like they talk it. No fluff, no fakes, just dogman, dogwoman, and dogs. Grab your issue now, support the culture. Because the legacy don't live online, it lives in print.